Joined by the champ, Colby Covington, who's coming off a huge win over Rafael Dos Anjos back at UFC 225. Colby, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great, bro. Just on my little victory tour. Another girl, another city, each and every day, just living the American dream.
Yeah, you're in Tennessee right now, I understand.
Yep, over in Chattanooga, Tennessee, visiting my mom, seeing some historic Civil War stuff out here. So it's been a great time.
That's awesome, man. Now, let's talk about the fight. Obviously, you get the title. You proved a lot of people wrong. Were you surprised to see a bunch of people picking or saying that RDA won that fight? I thought it was pretty clear-cut you won the matchup.
I didn't see anybody pick him to win. He hung his head. He knew he lost. I wobbled him a couple times. I won 5 rounds to 0. He didn't win one round. I rewatched the fight. I don't see him winning any rounds. So it was a dominant, unanimous ass beating. So, he even knew he lost. So I don't know what all the snowflakes are saying, but, that's the thing. And no matter what I do, I could save a kid from a burning building. They're going to still say that I'm a bad guy, and I didn't really save the kid. It's fake news.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that. How did you celebrate after that win?
Oh man, I had two bitches in my hotel room. I had the belt. I was with one doggy style, the other one sucking on her titties. Man, it was a crazy night, man. It's just, everything a champion should do. You got to celebrate the right way.
Did any headway on you seeing Donald Trump? I know you talked about after you were going to deliver the belt to his desk.
Yeah, we're going to go to the White House. Dana White has said that he can make it happen. So. It's just a matter of time. He's real busy right now. He's doing his rallies. He was at the UN and stuff. So, when things get settled down at the White House, we're definitely going to bring that belt to Donald Trump like a real American should do, a real American champion. The Warriors, the Philadelphia Eagles, they're a joke, man. Like, no matter what your political side is, whether you're Republican or Democrat, if the president and the White House invite you to the White House, you got to go, man. You're in America. You're making your living in this free country, out of your silver spoons, because of America, because of the freedoms and opportunities that you get in America. Go try that act over in South America. That act wouldn't work in South America. So, it's a joke, and I'm just happy that I can be a real American champion and go deliver my belt to the White House in the Oval Office to President Trump's desk.
Speaking of Republicans, I saw you were on Chael Sonnen's podcast the other day. How long have you known Chael, or was this sort of a new relationship?
No, I've known Chael for 22 years, since I was 8 years old. I'm 30 now. So, we've been friends for a long time, at Mat Club, growing up as a little kid. I was at the wrestling tournaments following him, going to his Mat Club, getting some work. So we've had a close relationship my whole life. He's a mentor to me and a very good friend to me.
And as far as, being on his podcast, one of the things I heard is you gave a lot of respect to DC. I know you have a good relationship with him. What were your thoughts on his performance knocking out Stipe Miocic?
Yeah, he definitely proved that he's the greatest fighter of all time. DC's a legend, man. Yeah, I mean, he's a brave man just for holding the microphone in Sao Paulo when I beat Damian Maia. You had the whole arena throwing hot dogs and beers at me, and for him to stand in there like a true champ and hold the microphone was a sight to see. So I got a lot of respect for DC. He's an undefeated 21-0 2-division champion. No one's ever done that. So he's definitely the greatest of all time, and I hope I can get on the same card with DC. That would be a dream come true.
What was your reaction when Brock Lesnar came into the cage after the fight? Some people didn't like it, but I want to hear the champ's opinion.
Oh, I loved it, man. This is the entertainment business. Brock sells, man. All these guys that don't like it, it's because they're jealous and they don't sell. No one cares about him. So he brings the heat, and that's what we need in the UFC. We need heat. We need draw power, and we need more than just the casual fans. We need to draw to a larger audience, and that's what Brock does. So I loved it, man. It was awesome. I can't wait to see that fight.
Yeah, as far as him getting the title shot, you think it's cool just because of the brand name he has and bringing in those extra fans?
Yeah, absolutely. And heavyweight, there's not like a clear-cut contender that's next right now. The divisions, there's not like a guy that's really next in line. So being a former champion that Brock Lesnar is, and he's the WWE champion, it only makes sense for him to come over and fight for the title right away. It doesn't make sense to, fight another fight. So, that's the fight everybody wants to see. That's the fight that DC's earned, being an undefeated 2-division champ. So that's the fight that makes sense, and I can't wait to see it.
And on that same note, any headway on you going to the WWE? We talked about that last time, maybe making an appearance or something. Anything working there?
Yeah, I'm going to be at Monday Night Raw, front row, at the end of this month in Miami. So, we'll talk to Vince McMahon. We'll see if we can get something going. But, I know there's a little interest there. We have my manager, Dan Lambert, who has a good relationship with the WWE. My friend, Bobby Lashley, who's an American Top Team rep. He's over in WWE now. So, I think that's honestly why Brock's a little scared and he's leaving WWE because, now Bobby's over there, a guy that, has power wrestling and a big, strong guy that can match his strengths. So he's a little scared of him in WWE. So, he wants to come to the UFC now. So, I think that's a relationship that we're going to work on down the road, and my manager and agent, Dan Lambert's going to make it happen.
What's the latest on you fighting Tyron Woodley? Has the UFC given you a date yet as far as when that fight's happening?
No, they haven't given me a date. I'm on my victory tour, so the thing is that I hold the cards now. He had his chance to fight me. We offered the fight multiple times, and he all of a sudden had a shoulder injury. He was good to fight GSP or Nate Diaz, but all of a sudden when he wanted to fight me, he had shoulder injury. So, the thing is no one cares about him. His biggest response on his social media is now anything when he talks about me. So, I'm his money fight. I'm the big money draw at welterweight now. So, it'll be when I'm ready. I'm not going to rush right back into a fight camp. I just got done with the 5-round fight, a couple weeks ago. So, it's got to be at the right time frame for me. And I'm looking at November or December. The end of the year would make perfect sense. I'm not going to rush back into a training camp. I'm not going to be fighting 6 times a year. I want to fight 3 times a year, and I want to take all the contenders on. I'm not going to run from anybody, but so yeah, we're looking at MSG or Vegas in December, and it's going to happen. I'm going to retire Tyron Woodley, send him to gossip in Hollywood all he wants, and talk about Kardashian's bathing suit each day of the week, and that'll be that. No one will have to hear the race baiter and complaining ass little bitch Tyron Woodley anymore.
Any chance you'd fight on that Toronto card in December on that pay-per-view?
Yeah, there's a strong chance. I'd really like to fight GSP in Toronto. He's been seeing aliens and stuff, so he's who knows what's going on with GSP. But I can tell you one thing. He lost to Johnny Hendricks, and you know what Johnny Hendricks is doing now. He's working at McDonald's, so and also Matt Serra. He let Matt Serra, that little meatball, knock him out. That's a joke. Come on, GSP. Like, you think you're the greatest of all time? I mean, if you really think you're the greatest, you're gonna have to come through me because I know I'm the greatest welterweight of all time. So. We'll see what happens, with Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew is so busy north of the border and face first in his poutine. I'm face first in poutang. So, GSP, stop running scared north of the border. Don't hide, motherfucker. I'm the money fight. I'm the real welterweight king. And if you want to prove you're the best, you're going to have to go through me.
Where's the rest of this tour continuing? You're in Tennessee now. Where are you heading to next? And when are you going to be back in Florida?
Yeah, I'm in Tennessee. To be honest, my nickname is Chaos, and I'm so unpredictable these days. I honestly don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow. On a day's notice, I just jump on a flight and go somewhere. So, I don't know when I'll be back in Florida. I'll probably be back there the end of this month sometime for Raw, which is going to be in Miami. So I'll definitely make my way out there by the end of the month and get back into training. But, I'm going to enjoy my victory tour. I got my belt. I'm walking around. I'm going to go to the White House, and then I'll get back to training by the end of this month.
Colby, I always appreciate the time, man. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you got any thank yous, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I just follow me at Colby Cov MMA, and I just want to give a big shout out to Donald J. Trump, the president of the leader of the free nation. Without his great service to this America, we wouldn't have the freedoms and opportunities that we have to make the money that we make. So, big shout out to Donald J. Trump. Thank you so much. MAGA all the way, baby. I'll give my life for the red, white, and blue, and all the troops. All the servicemen and women out there that are laying their lives on the line for our freedom. So we can do what we do every day. So big thank you to America, to troops, and the leader of the free nation, Donald, Mr. President Trump.